What's going on, guys? Coming to you today with another podcast. Welcome to the Etcetera State of Mind podcast with your host, Denzel. Today we're going to be talking about, should you get a personal trainer, or do you need a personal trainer? Just a few reasons why you should consider getting a personal trainer. And then I think I'm gonna make a part 2 to this that's gonna talk about what you should look for in a personal trainer, to kind of figure out which trainer or what type of training is going to work for you, right? But today we go focus on the why. Should I, do I need one? Do I don't need one? Stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Should you get a personal trainer, or do you need one? The answer to that is maybe. It's completely up to you, which is obvious, right? It's completely up to you. But you may want to consider getting a personal trainer. Well, Denzel, why I need a personal trainer? And I'm not just saying this because I'm a personal trainer myself, and I would love for you guys to experience training with me. You would love it. You would enjoy it. But the reason why you should consider getting a personal trainer, I always mention this first. A lot of people say, oh, Denzel, I don't need a personal trainer. The same information they're getting, I can get it online. I can get it online whenever I get ready. I can go on social media. There's plenty of trainers on there, like showing how to do workouts and stuff. And I can go online and find like workout programs for free and diet plans for free and this for free and that for free. Well, guess what? You are correct. You can go get all that information for free. And that's a beautiful thing. And guess what? I am a person that gives a lot of information for free. If you follow me on any of my social medias, on my YouTubes, on anything that I do, I give plenty of information for free because I'm the type of person that believes in I'm a servant to you in everything that I do, right? And also, I believe in giving people value, right? What's the point of doing what I'm doing if I'm not bringing you any value, And if that means giving you something for free, then that just means giving you something for free. I'm totally okay with that, okay? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Just because you can go get information for free, it means something, but only to a certain extent. Because it's just like this, right? You can read a book and you can learn about something. You get a whole bunch of knowledge, right? But that knowledge means absolutely nothing if you don't do something with it. And let me tell you something else. That knowledge also means nothing if you don't know what to do with the information, right? If knowledge is power, but it's only power if you know how to use it, or when to use it, or how to use it in the proper way, or if you know if this information is relevant or if this information is not relevant, especially when it comes to your health and wellness. You can definitely go get a bunch of information, but that doesn't mean that information is for you. And it doesn't mean that information is going to work for you. Okay. I always give this example when people train with me, because sometimes people you have to not necessarily unlearn, right? But when I tell people, when people, if you were to train with me today, and I would hear you, maybe we would have conversation, which we would, and you will bring up certain things, and I can see that, oh, I can see that you've been around, you've been trying to find out what works for you, and you just can't figure it out. The first thing I would say is, look, when you train with me, I don't want you to worry about no information outside of what I'm giving you, because what I'm giving you is going to be for you. I'm here to help you get what works, find out what works for you, right? So anyway, the example I give is like this, right? You can go read the same books that doctors read and that lawyers read and that all these people with these certain jobs read, right? And you can go soak up all this information. But does that mean you know how to be a lawyer? Does that mean you know how to be a doctor? Does that mean you can actually do the procedures? Does that mean you actually can be in front of court and know how to win over the judge or the jury just because you have all this information, right? It doesn't mean that. And it's the same thing with your health and fitness. Just because there's a lot of free information out there, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're your own personal trainer. Now, I will say this. People who really go and do their due diligence and take the time to seek information, and then they put that information into practice, and then they figure out what works for them. That's great. That's great. And then when they go out and they share that information online and on their social media platforms and stuff like that, that's amazing. But guess what? Let me stop you right there. Here's another thing. Just because somebody figured out what works for them and it actually works for them, like you see them losing weight, you see them gaining muscle, you see them looking good, you see them feeling better. Just because they figured out what works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you, right? Again, let me just say this too, on top of saying that. There are certain things that's going to work for everybody, period, because all our bodies, for the most part, they have all the same functions and stuff like that. Like our bodies are made pretty much the same way, right? Yes, people have different things based on genetics and if you have an injury or a certain sickness or illness or something like that, then things change. But in general, the bodies are the same. So there are stuff that you could do that will work, but you still have to figure out what works for you, right? You may be following this, social media fit person that's telling you do this and do this and do this, and you're wondering why it don't work for you. Well, it's because they figured out the science that works for them, and you got to figure out the science that works for you. Now, with all that said, am I saying that you need a personal trainer? Technically, you don't, because you can go and figure out what works for you on your own. But the amount of time that may take may be a while. And I can say that from my own personal experience. As a personal trainer, I had to figure out what works for me. And it took a while. Part of that is because, first of all, you got to figure out, you got to find the information. You got to find the information. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. And who knows how amount of time is going to take you to find a certain information about what you need that can help really change the game for you, right? And I can say this from personal experience, right? Like, I had to find the information what works for me. There's different body types, there's different, diets, there's different workouts, there's things I like, there's things I don't like, all of that, lifestyle. It's so many different factors, right? So technically you can go do it yourself, but it may take a long time. You may be using information that you think is for you and it's not. Then you got to go through the trial and error phase, right? Then, you have to you may end up hurting yourself if you get the wrong information, or you may end up wasting your time if you get the wrong information that you think works for you. I mean, it's so many different factors, right? And that's where a personal trainer such as myself comes into play. Personal trainers, one thing they can do is they can give you expert guidance, okay? They can give you expert guidance in fitness. They can give you expert guidance in nutrition. They can give you different guidance on stuff, right? The other thing is a personal trainer such as myself. If you train with me, one thing I'm gonna tell you is, since you've decided to get on this journey and invite me on this journey with you, the one thing that you won't have to worry about is finding out information, because that's my job. I'm gonna help you figure out what works for you. And then, you know what that does? It saves you time. Yes, you may be investing money into a personal trainer, but you're saving time. Well, Denzel, how am I saving time? The information, all the information that you could go and get for free, guess what? You don't have to go and search for that. Your personal trainer already has a lot of information. And even if they don't have everything, guess what? Because, depending on how long they've been in the game and stuff like that, and what they know and stuff and where they're at and what their expertise are, and that's be for another podcast, like, they can figure out what works for you. Like, and I'll tell anybody, like, and when it comes to health and fitness, there's always things changing. There's always new knowledge. And I don't know everybody's body. I don't know everything you like and don't like, right? That's something that we have to figure out together. But it's a whole lot easier when you have somebody like me, a personal trainer, to help you with that, because we have experience, not just with dealing with ourselves, but dealing with other people, right? So again, back to the person that you may be following on social media, right? That's real healthy and has a physique that you want and all that stuff, right? Well, that person may be able to help you, but they may be limited because they've only trained themselves. So how do they don't have experience really, training other people, and doing those different things. So that's one reason you can get, expert guidance and different things. The other reason you should consider getting a personal trainer is because you can get customized workouts for you. Yes, you can go on Google, you can go on YouTube. I even have, videos, follow along videos that you could do on my YouTube channel, where you can follow along. But again, those workouts may not keep your interest. Those workouts maybe they're not for your fitness level. Those workouts, maybe you need different ways on doing certain workouts. Maybe you need an easier way to do this workout that you see online, or maybe you need a harder way, to add you more resistance or make the workout more difficult for you, or whatever the case is. And and then the other thing is along with the customized workouts with a personal trainer, now you have somebody that can sit there, regardless if it's in person or online, which that's something I'm gonna speak about too. You have somebody that can help you with the form. They already know the form. They know how to look at you and be like, okay, you're doing this. This is what you need to do. Okay, you're doing this. You should change this up. Because I can't speak for all personal trainers, but me myself as a personal trainer, one of my number one priorities is for your safety. I say it to people I train all the time. We are here to be safe. Working out, if you don't enjoy working out, you can find yourself start to become to enjoying working out. But working out is going to suck, and you may be discouraged from doing it again if you hurt yourself. So the last thing we want is injuries and hurting ourselves. I'm not talking about muscle soreness and stuff like that. I'm talking about hurting ourselves because doing form too long, wrong too long, or, you know, improper or whatever, or trying to do too much weight and not knowing the difference. It's so many different factors, right? So yeah, that's another thing. Customized workouts, and you can have somebody to help you teach the proper form, help you learn the proper forms and techniques. Speaking of proper forms and techniques, here's another thing that you have to be careful with when it comes to all this free information about health and fitness online. Just because somebody giving you information doesn't mean that it's the information for you. And just because somebody is giving you information doesn't mean that that information is 100% correct. Here's one example. I see people get online, and it's not everybody, but I see some people get online and they be showing people workouts and telling them do this and do that, and they form be wrong. Their form is wrong and it's off. And you go in there and you go do that, and you go find that you hurt yourself. And it may not be the first time, it may not be the fourth time, it may not be the 100th time, it may be that 150 or 200 times that you've been following this person. You've been doing the wrong form that they think they have right. Now you hurt, you know, because you've been following something that you thought was right. Here's another thing, another example I can give. Oh, well, I don't need a trainer. I got a friend that works out. That's great. It's good finding people you can work out with and that you feel comfortable with. But here's the other thing. If that friend is a personal trainer, and I'm not saying this for everybody, because some people do have it right? You don't have to be a personal trainer to know how to do proper form. But if that person isn't practicing proper form technique and you're training with them, you can also find yourself being hurt, or, you know, whatever the case is, you know, because of improper form and technique and stuff like that. So that's another reason why you want a personal trainer. Somebody that's you know, knows the ins and outs of, you know, form and technique, and someone who can customize a workout just for you, something that can challenge you and something that you can also enjoy. So yeah, those are another reason. Another reason why you should consider having a personal trainer is because of motivation and accountability. One reason why a personal trainer will motivate you and you will be held accountable is because, first of all, you are investing money into yourself by getting a personal trainer. And if that don't motivate you and hold you accountable to go and train, maybe you should reconsider, because then you'll be wasting your money, right? So that's one reason. Another thing is me, myself, I love to motivate my people. I love to let them know that they're doing a good job. I also let them know that where they could be better in. But guess what? It's two ways. I'm speaking with me. I can't speak for every personal trainer. With me, it's a two-way street, right? They can tell me where I do good, and they can also give me feedback on where they think I can improve in, or what I can do better for them. And that's something that I ask them, you know, almost every workout or every other workout. I'm always asking them this, and they always have access to me to you know, share however. And then, like I said, you know, a personal trainer can hold you accountable by, you know, check-ins and you know, by, you know, helping you have different ways, or show you different ways to keep yourself accountable, right? So that's another reason why you should definitely consider getting a personal trainer. Another reason why is because of efficiency, right? If you get a personal trainer, you can stop wasting time, and you can stop wasting time doing workouts that don't work for you, you know, and you can stop wasting time wondering if you're doing something right. You know, all of that is efficiency. When you get a trainer, it's like, yes, now I don't have to worry about if I'm doing the right workout. Now I can have somebody that can help me with the nutrition side. Now I can have somebody that can help me with my form, and let me know if I'm wasting my time doing this workout, or maybe I should start doing this. And you don't have to, all those maybes and why and that you have. Now that you invested in yourself by getting a personal trainer, you can be more efficient with your health and wellness, which is an amazing reason to get a personal trainer. You're saving time and you're being more efficient. Okay. Another reason why I kind of already hit on is nutritional guidance, right? Now, again, I can only speak for myself, right? But this should go for all personal trainers depending on what they have. Personal trainers can't give you nutritional guidance. We are not dietitians. We can be nutritionists if we, went and got that certification and stuff like that, which me, myself, I'm a nutritionist. But even with that, I still respect the job of a dietitian, and I respect my limitations when it comes to nutrition. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't help you create some type of meal guide that's going to work for you and stuff like that. But a personal trainer, and again, it's completely different. There are some personal trainers that are dietitians already, and there are, that experts in certain things, right? And anyway, that's for the other podcast. When I'm going to talk about, what you should look for in a personal trainer. That'll be another podcast. But for right now, the reason why you should get a personal trainer, nutritional guidance, like they can help you answer some of those questions that you have and some of those myths that's out in the health and fitness world that's been out, in the health and fitness world for so long. You can get guidance on your nutrition, which is going to change the game when it comes to your health and fitness. Okay. Another reason, and all of these are important, why you should consider getting a personal trainer such as myself. A personal trainer should be able to adapt to your individual needs. That is one of probably the most important things of reasons or things that a personal trainer should be doing, or a reason why you should get a personal trainer, is because now you have somebody that personally creates something for you. You can't get that for free on the internet. You can't. You can get ideas, you can get recommendations, you can get all kinds of other stuff. But something personalized just for you, that's where a personal trainer comes into play. And that's a heck of a reason to get a personal trainer, because now I'm not just generalizing something and handing it to you. I'm giving something that is going to work and that you're going to be satisfied with, in the long run, if you complete this program that I'm creating just for you. Okay. So that's another reason why you should consider getting a personal trainer. Another one is because of support and encouragement. One thing that I am big on is not just motivation and accountability, which I'm big on that, but encouraging and supporting the people I train. Okay. Again, I can't speak for every personal trainer. This should be one of their traits though. Encouraging and supporting you is super important when it comes to the journey, because health and fitness is a lifestyle. It's not a trend. It's not a fad. It's a lifestyle. When you train with me and you decide to finish training with me, by the time you're done, you should be able to carry on without my help. Right? I'm training you to help you create a lifestyle that you could continue for the rest of your life. And even if there isn't any more growth that you want, you could be able to maintain what you've created. Okay? So support and encouragement. I'm big on that. On your good days, on your bad days. And look, for me and my fitness business, it's not just physical, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual. And I'm here for all of that. I'm here for all the health and wellness aspect of the training. Okay. I'm here for all of that. Believe me. A lot of, when you get a personal trainer, and I can't speak for everybody, but all my clients, they tend to vent to me. And I'm okay with that. I'm here for it because that's a part of health and wellness. And I'm big on mental health, you know? So yeah, that's another thing. You know, support and encouragement. And last but not least, another reason why you should consider getting a personal trainer is because of education, right? Personal trainers, and like I just mentioned, or like I do, I educate you with enough information and help you get enough skills where you're comfortable to the point to where when you train with me, I can come in and be like, all right, warm up. All right, come on, let's get this workout. We're gonna do this. And you get it. Matter of fact, it should get to the point to where after a certain amount of months, I ought to be able to come in and we ought to be able to work out together without having almost any extra assistance. You know, I'm still gonna be there watching you and checking on you and stuff. But, you know, that's me. I can't speak for all personal training. Me, myself. That's how I do. I'm going to feed you with so much information. And if you come to me with something that I don't know, I'm going to find the information and I'm going to give it to you. Because first of all, it's a win for me and it's a win for you. I get to learn more information and you get the knowledge to whatever question that you have. Win-win. Okay. So guys, there's some reason why you should invest. You should consider getting a personal trainer. You really should. You really should. Here's some other reasons why too. If you're lost in the gym, if you lost in your nutrition, if you have a lack of motivation, if you ever feel like, man, I just wish I had somebody who could help me. If you feel like, you know, you need a gym partner, if you are not confident with your form, if you have gym anxiety, which that's something I talk about all the time, if you know you need a accountability partner, if you don't know which workouts to do, if all the information, all this free information that you're getting is overwhelming, and the list can go on, those are all reasons. I just gave you 10 more reasons why you should get a personal trainer. Okay, why you should consider getting a personal trainer. Guys, it's Denzel with Etcetera State of Mind Podcast. I'm also trainer Denzel with Etcetera Pack Fitness. If you need a trainer, regardless of whether it's in person or online, I am here for your needs. And maybe if you just need information, I got you. I got a book on my website. I have meal guides, and I'm coming out with programs very, very, very soon. So if you're looking to start training in the year of 2024 and beyond, go to my website, etceterabiz.com, and you can click on the fitness tab and you know, fill out a little form, and I got you. We can figure out if I'm the right fit for you, and we can go from there. And guys, let me just say this too before I end the podcast. If you're not in the local area of a trainer that you want to train with, don't shy away from training online. Have an open mind. Online training is effective if you allow it to be. And online training can sometimes be a little bit cheaper too. It just depends on what, you know, package is set up and what package you get, right? So don't shy away from online training. Don't shy away from online training. I'm telling you, it can be effective. Honestly, online training is almost like in-person training, The only difference is I'm not physically there with you, obviously, but it's pretty close, you guys. And if you have an open mind and if you take it serious, and if you, really, be engaged in it with your trainer, I'm telling you, you can get some results from online training. So guys, please don't shy away from online training. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Should I get a personal trainer? The answer is maybe. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. Depends on where you're at. Depends on what you want. Just remember, getting a personal trainer can be a really good investment. You just have to find a personal trainer that works for you. Okay? That'll be another podcast where I'm going to talk about what to look for when getting a personal trainer. Until next time, guys. Man, look, I appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. Be sure to share it no matter what you're watching or listening to this podcast on. Share it with somebody. And look, guys, let's do this thing together. Thank you for stepping inside the mind of Etcetera. And you guys have a abundantly blessed day. Until next time, I'm out. Holla!